Hi everyone, welcome to this video. My name is T if you're new here. So recently I've been gaining a lot of new subscribers and I just want to thank you all so much for that. I know a lot of you came from TikTok and I cannot let another day go by without expressing my gratitude. I am so thankful for the love that you guys have been showing me, not just over there but like on here too. I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, kind of making my dreams come true. So I have to say thank you. So yes, I am an avid TikTok user, and as I'm scrolling down my For You page, which I do every day, I'm noticing there's this particular thing that's growing in popularity amongst non-Black users. The use of a Blaccent, or AAVE, which stands for African American Vernacular English, formerly known as Ebonics. And of course this is nothing new, but TikTok has made it so much more mainstream to utilize AAVE for humorous effect. Long before TikTok. As y'all know, there was this app called Vine, and one of the first people who I really saw use this and like make a career out of it was Landon Romano. There was this white guy in my 11th grade physics class who would come in every day and quote Landon's Vines word for word. Now just to give you a little context, I went to high school in a suburb of North Georgia. So long story short, this white guy in my class did not know where to begin when it came to imitating a Blaccent. He was just repeating the jokes and I thought they were funny, hilarious even. But then when I came across Landon's page myself, immediately unfunny. Immediately, because I could tell he was very obviously trying to imitate a Black woman. I think non-Black creators use this method because it makes them seem hip and humorous and probably a little bit more badass, a little more unfuckwithable. Take that little girl from Dr. Phil, for example, or that guy Peyton King from TikTok. Anytime he switches to an aggressive tone in his videos, he always uses a Blaccent. And I don't know if he's mixed with Black or not, but even if he is, if the only time you utilize AAVE is to seem more aggressive and intimidating, like I don't have to explain to you why that's a crock of shit. I hope I don't. And like I said, I think the actual jokes are funny. Peyton, Landon, even that girl Emma Hulu or whatever her name is, I thought those jokes were funny. I thought they were great, but the fact that they all felt the need to gloss it over with a Blaccent is what made it unfunny. That's why I couldn't stand. That's why I couldn't even follow, because I was just like, oh my god. Like that shit just gave me a headache. It never sat well with me and it never will sit well with me. Now many people argue that things like this should no longer offend Black people because it's just youth culture. Jouelzy did an amazing video a couple of weeks ago where she pretty much shared her thoughts on the internet recently accusing Billie Eilish of cultural appropriation. In one part, she talked about how much of Gen Z, especially those born in the early 2000s, consider Black culture their pop culture. And especially since the internet is such an integral part of Gen Z's influence, even as they grow into adulthood, if rap music and athleisure fashion and baggy clothes and long acrylic nails and big hoop earrings and white girls wearing bantu knots and box braids, if that's all they've ever seen in the media, if that's all they've ever seen in the mainstream for as long as they've been alive, to them, that is their pop culture. That is the culture of the youth. To them.
Because it's disrespectful. To you. It is disrespectful to for you. One woman. Red. To you. It is disrespectful. To you.
She also mentioned that when it comes to defining American pop culture, even though we're a melting pot, it seems as though whiteness is still considered the base standard and everything else is considered other until white people say so, even though whiteness is very rarely credited as the origin of pop culture. So in the context of what I'm talking about, what this says to me is there is a normalization of white people pretty much ostracizing other cultures because it seems foreign to them and then quickly absorbing it and reproducing it for social elevation. That is, by almost exact definition, appropriation, but I think the reason we don't call that out as much as we should is because we as a collective are still trying to overcome being impressed by non-black people who do black things. That's why getting invited to the cookout is no longer difficult or exclusive. You don't have to do nothing to get invited to the cookout these days. Non-black people can still be funny and hip without imitation. Take Ross Matthews, for example. I love him. I think he's super entertaining and charismatic and all of that. Another great example, Hassan Minhaj. He's also very entertaining to me and he dresses very cool. Extremely cool. I think the kids call it swaggy these days. Not to mention a decent like 60% of the political commentary that I consume comes directly from his show, The Patriot Act on Netflix. Online, I like the Try Guys, I like Tiffany Ferg. On TikTok, I like LG Quinney, I like Austin Can't Drive, I like Chrissa Fish, I hope that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I like him, I like Save Bees, I like so many white and other non-black creators, and guess what? They are all super cool, humorous, entertaining to me, and they've never once had to imitate black culture for me to feel that way. So if you're a non-black creator who can't do it like they do it, what that should tell you is that if your coolness and your humor is contingent on your proximity to black culture, maybe you're just not funny. And just like with everything else black, people love it for parody's sake but hate it when it's authentic. The other day, Jackie Aina tweeted and she was talking about a video that she recently posted. It's called Elf, So We Wasn't Supposed to Notice This. And she said there was an overwhelming amount of people in her comments trying to point out the fact that her title was grammatically incorrect. Are y'all for real? You must be joking right now. Jackie is one of the most articulate beauty gurus out there. She showcases her intellect in every single video. Do you really believe that colloquialism... I'm sorry, I'm just so excited that I pronounced that big ass word correctly on the first try. What I'm trying to say is, do y'all really think that wasn't done on purpose? Do you really think she didn't make that error on purpose? And even if she didn't, she's African American. That is her culture. That is likely what she grew up hearing in her household. So how is it that she, an actual black person, receives flack for the vernacular of her people? But when these white boys on TikTok do it, it's hilarious. Their intelligence isn't questioned at all. That's weird. Is that because it's just understood that they don't actually talk like that? Is that because it's just understood that they know how to speak proper English and are just speaking that way to be funny? If so, why aren't black people given that same benefit of the doubt? Or better yet, why is black vernacular even associated with or considered to be synonymous with being unintelligent or inarticulate? I found a great article. The answer is racism, by the way, but I'm gonna keep going. I found a great article on hercampus.com. It was written by Arianna Coghill in 2017. I hope I'm not mispronouncing her last name. But the part that jumped out to me the most was in the second to last passage, so I'm gonna read part of that. It says, "It is no coincidence that AAVE is oftentimes associated with low intelligence, education, and income, as well as black people. That is, of course, until it finds its way into popular consciousness. Then it is no longer broken English, but a fun new trend until it fades into obscurity. Just as with a lot of things associated with black culture, it carries the stigmas that were arbitrarily placed upon it deliberately and maliciously by small-minded people who fear the unknown." Hold up. Let me run that back. Let's run that back. We gotta run that back. Just that last sentence, real quick. Just as with a lot of things associated with black culture, come on church, it carries the stigmas that were arbitrarily placed upon it, deliberately and maliciously, come on choir, by small-minded people who fear the unknown. All that's left to say is amen. So again, to answer my question from earlier, racism, the answer is racism. So aside from the fact that it's just downright offensive, my biggest issue with using a Blaccent for humorous effect is that it makes a mockery of African American heritage. In doing research for this video, I came across a great TEDx talk. It was spoken by Gill. She believes AAVE shouldn't be seen as degradation of the English language, but rather an extension of it because it has its own grammatical structures and tenses and conjugations. And this is the most important part, when someone is using it improperly, we can always tell. We can always tell. Did you hear that? Do you hear that? Non-Black people who are constantly making a mockery of my people's speech. Do you hear that? We can always tell. So when you say stupid shit like, sis do be finna gon' slay, period. Sis do be finna gon' slay, and that's on period, poo. Sis do be finna gon' slay, when you say stuff like that, you do not sound cool. You sound dumb. Ultimately, I know I'm not going to be able to stop the use of AAVE outside of the Black community. And I don't want to. I'm not here to try and preserve this vernacular for Black people only. Like, I'm not here to do that. I think one of the best things, the most exciting things in life is learning about new cultures and experiencing it firsthand. So I am happy. I'm happy to share my culture with others who are willing to learn and respect it. Learn and respect it, not absorb it, not mock it, not appropriate it. Learn and respect it. If you're a non-Black person and the only time I hear you using AAVE is for online popularity, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust your content. I don't trust your intentions. I don't. You wouldn't do that with any other dialect, so why would I allow you to do it with mine? That is the end of my video. Thank you all so much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Oh my god, I was talking so hard, my damn headband done slid up. About to show these overgrown roots. Oh my gosh, that is a whole nother thing. No one's even questioned me about the fact that I keep wearing headbands and hats in all of my videos. Nobody's asked me about it, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. My roots, they have grown out into something embarrassing and disgusting. And I am the type of person who just does not like to do my hair. I don't like to do my hair. I used to do it myself a long time ago, but I was like, you know what, I don't like this, and I don't have enough patience, and I'm tender-headed, so I can't do my own hair. And you know the hair salons locked up. Well, in Atlanta they opened them back up, but you must think I'm stupid. No. So yeah, I ordered, not that y'all care, but I ordered some hair, and I ordered some yaki hair, and I think I'm gonna try to do jumbo twists. I don't know. If it doesn't work out, I'm telling you straight up. I'm telling you straight up. I'm going bald. You might not believe I'm going bald. I've done it before and I'll do it again. Like, I am the type who if I get too frustrated with my hair, I will shave my head. Like, I'm not scared to do that. So let's just, for everyone's sake, let's just hope this works out, or else I'm going bald again. Oh well. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I know I got a little bit worked up in this video, but I had a lot of fun filming it and doing research for it. Make sure you leave your thoughts down below. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, however you're feeling today. Oh, and all of the articles and videos that I referenced in this video will absolutely be listed in the description, like I always do. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.